Good morning. We were learning our history lessons these days. So let's start our civics lesson, chapter 1, our constitution. In this lesson, we have to learn mainly four topics: meaning of our constitution, date of passing of our constitution, date of enforcement of our constitution, and significance of enforcement of the constitution. These are the four topics we have to learn in this lesson. This is a very small lesson and not much is there to explain. First we learn the meaning of our constitution. What is a constitution? Constitution is a comprehensive document which contains set of rules according to which a country is governed. Constitution is a comprehensive document which contains set of rules according to which a country is governed. So constitution means that is a set of documents. Constitution, that is a set of documents for the smooth running of the government. Constitution can be set of rules for the running of an institution also. But we are learning about Indian Constitution. That's why in the Indian Constitution, it is clearly mentioned the functions of the organs of government, legislature, executive, and judiciary. What are their functions? What are their responsibilities? It clearly mentions the fundamental rights and duties of citizens. So everything related to the smooth running of a government is given clearly in the Constitution, and that is why Constitution is a comprehensive document for the smooth running of a country or the smooth governance of a country, and that is definition to Constitution. Next one is date of passing of the Constitution. Before jumping to the date of passing of Constitution, we have to learn something about Constitution. Constitution and its framing. Indian Constitution was formed by the Constituent Assembly of India. And the idea of Constituent Assembly was put forward by the Cabinet Mission. In 1946, the British government appointed a Cabinet Mission to India. Indian leaders, Indian National Congress, was fighting for India's freedom, demanding for India's freedom, and the British government also was in a mood to grant freedom after the World War II. So British government decided to grant freedom to India, and in order to make all the arrangement for granting freedom to India, a cabinet mission was sent to India in 1946. 1946, cabinet mission was sent to India. And this cabinet mission made some proposals. One of the most important proposals laid down by the cabinet mission was framing a constitution for India. In order to make a constitution in order to make a constitution, a constituent assembly also should be formed. Okay. Now the main provision in the cabinet mission was constituent assembly. Constituent assembly. The cabinet mission asked the Indians to form a constituent assembly, and this constituent assembly will make a constitution for India. And thus, as per the proposal made by the cabinet mission, elections were held in order to make a constituent assembly. In July 1946, elections were held, so representatives of the princely states and representatives of the British Indian provinces became the members of the Constituent Assembly, and the total strength of the Constituent Assembly was 389 members were there in the Constituent Assembly. 292 members were elected from the various British Indian provinces. 93 were nominated by the princely states. So thus 385 members are there, and 3 members represented the chief commissioners province like Delhi, Coorg, Ajmer Mawar. So like this chief commissioners provinces, in order to represent the chief commissioner provinces, 3 members were there and a British member also. So for that 385 plus 4, 389 members total. 389 members were there in the Constituent Assembly. Thus Constituent Assembly was formed. The Constituent Assembly decided to make a constitution for India. And thus the first meeting of the Constituent Assembly was held on 9th December 1946. 9th December 1946, the first sitting of the Constituent Assembly was held. And on 11th December, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the President of the Constituent Assembly. But when the first sitting of the Constituent Assembly was held, only 299 members were there present, because the Muslim League was demanding for a separate nation for them. They were demanding for Pakistan, and that is why they rejected the Constituent Assembly. And in the elections to the Constituent Assembly also, when elections held to the Constituent Assembly, Congress got a landsliding majority. Only 1/3 of the seats were secured by the Muslim League. So they pushed back a minority, and they did not have much seats. Then they were demanding for a separate nation. Because of these reasons, they did not participate in the first sitting of the Constituent Assembly, which held on 9th December 1946. As a result, the number of members in the Constituent Assembly remained 299 against the 389 members. Okay. Anyhow, they continued the meeting, and on 11th December, Rajendra Prasad was elected as the President of the Constituent Assembly. On 13th December, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru introduced a resolution, a proposal in the meeting, and this resolution was discussed by the members of the Constituent Assembly, and this was passed by the Constituent Assembly on 22nd January 1947. This proposal was known as Objectives Resolution, and the Objectives Resolution was mainly the goals of the Constitution, the objectives of the Constitution, only. So thus the objectives resolution was passed by the Constituent Assembly on 22nd January 1947. It was a proposal made by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru on 13th December 1947. Then the Constituent Assembly continued its functioning. It formed 8 different committees, and one of the most important committee was the drafting committee. Drafting committee. Drafting committee was one of the most important of the 8 committees. It was formed on 29th August 1947. 29th August 1947. The drafting committee was formed. It was the most important of all the committees. Its main function was to draft a constitution. Thus, the functioning of the Constituent Assembly, or functioning of the constitution was started. And these committees for the Constituent Assembly as a whole worked hard in order to make a constitution. Thus, a draft for the constitution was ready by February 1948. By February 1948, a draft for the constitution was ready, and this draft was discussed by the Constituent Assembly in November 1948. That is the first reading. Okay. For passing any bill, there is 3 procedures are there. There are 3 procedures for passing any bill. 3 procedures are there, or 3 steps are there. These are called first reading, second reading, and third reading. Third reading is the time in which the matter is put to vote and a final decision is taken. And in first reading, the matter is introduced in the House, and second reading, very close to close discussions are there. Okay. Thus, the first reading was of the Constitution, draft of Constitution was November 1948. Okay. They discussed introduced the draft of Constitution in the Constituent Assembly, and all the members got a copy and then discussed the matter. Again, a detailed discussion was there, that is in the second reading. That was in October 1949. October 1949. Second reading was there, and the third reading, that is the final reading for final discussion. That was November 1949. November 1949. The final reading or the last reading, that was by 26 November. Okay, now 26 November. 26 November 1949, the third reading was there, and the Constitution was put to vote. All the members of the Constituent Assembly, 284 members were present on that day, and 284 members they signed on the Constitution. Thus, Constitution was passed on 26 November 1949. In the third reading, the Constitution was passed on 26 November 1949. Thus, after a long hard work, that started from 9th December 1946, the constitution was passed on 26 November 1949. That means almost 3 years. The framers of the constitution worked hard in order to make the Indian constitution. This constitution was ready on 26 November and it passed on 26 November 1949. So this is the date of adoption or passing of the constitution. Or passing. So the date of adoption of constitution is on 26 November 1949. 26 November 1949, constitution was adopted and passed. Okay. Then next, enforcement of the constitution. There is clear 26 November 1949, that is the date of adopting the constitution or passing the constitution. Okay. Then there is a difference between adopting the constitution and enforcing the constitution. Although the constitution was adopted on 26 November 1949, the constitution was enforced only on 26 January 1950. Enforcement. January 1950 only this was enforced. The constitution came into being or execution of the constitution was only on 26 January 1950. The clause related with citizenship was enforced or came into being immediately after the passing of the constitution, because when India got free on 15th August, India became free, and 15th August 1947, India became free, and India was divided into two nations. So, when the country was divided into two nations, large number of people were displaced. Large number of people who were living in the present day Pakistan had to migrate to India. So, there was a problem of refugees and problem of citizens. So in order to make those refugees as citizens of India, or in order to ensure their citizenship, the clause related with the citizenship was applied immediately, and rest of the constitution was enforced on 26 January 1950. There is a reason for that. Okay, you remember enforcement of the constitution or passing the constitution? Enforcing the clause of the constitution that was on 26 January 1950. When the constitution was passed, it had 395 articles and 8 schedules. And the reason for enforcing the constitution on 26 January 1950 is the importance of that date, because of the importance of 26 January. Okay. Although the leaders passed the constitution on 26 November, they decided to enforce the Indian constitution on 26 January. The reason was that goes much back to 1939. there is a historic session of the Indian National Congress in 1929. The Indian National Congress was conducting annual session every year. Every year it held its meeting, that is called the annual session. In 1929, the Indian National Congress held its annual session at Lahore. And this session is very important. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the president of the Indian National Congress, or elected as the president of Congress in its Lahore session. And the Congress passed a resolution in the Lahore session, which is called the Purna Swaraj resolution. In the Lahore session, the Indian National Congress decided that the objective of the Indian National Congress is attainment of complete independence for Purna Swaraj. Attainment of Purna Swaraj is the only goal of Indian National Congress. And that resolution is called Purna Swaraj resolution. So, Purna Swaraj resolution Congress passed the Purna Swaraj resolution on in the Lahore session in 1929. Okay, 1929. That is at the Lahore session. And as per this resolution, the Congress held a special meeting in January 1930. And the special session of the Congress Working Committee, they decided to celebrate 26th January as complete Independence Day. And thus 26th January 1930, they celebrated as complete Independence Day, and that was the first Independence Day. 26th January 1930 was celebrated as the first complete Independence Day. Thereafter, every 26th January, they had been celebrating as Independence Day until 1947. 15th August we got actual freedom. So thereafter, we could not celebrate, or they could not celebrate 26th January as the Independence Day. And for them, 26th January is an important day, isn't it? 26th January is an important day because every 26th January they were celebrating as Independence Day. And after India's freedom, the Congress leaders wanted to commemorate the importance of this 26th January. They wanted to remember the memories of 26th January. So, in order to commemorate 26th January, or in order to hold the importance of 26th January, they decided to enforce the Constitution on 26th January. So, Constitution was passed in 1949. Okay, and the next 26th January comes in 1950. So, in November 1949, the Indian Constitution was passed, and 26th January 1950, the Constitution was enforced. Thus, we are celebrating every 26th January as our Republic Day. We designated 26th January as the Republic Day, and this is the reason why we celebrate 26th January as a Republic Day. Okay, 26th January is celebrating as the Republic Day because 26th January was the first Independence Day. So, in order to commemorate the importance of 26th January, it has been designated to Republic Day. So, we are celebrating 26th January as the Republic Day, but the actual reason is it was our first Independence Day. Much of the Indians don't know the fact. Okay, the reason for celebrating 26th January as the Republic Day is just because of the 26 January was celebrated as the first first Independence Day, or because of the Lahore session of 1929. So, since 26 January is celebrated as 26 January was celebrated as the first Independence Day, the Lahore session came to be known as a historic session, because in the Lahore session 1929 only Purna resolution was passed. That is why Lahore session is known as a historic session. One of the most important sessions of the Indian National Congress is the Lahore session. That's all about this lesson of Constitution. Okay, so you just learn these main points, like the definition to the Indian Constitution, then date of enforcement of the Indian Constitution, date of passing of the Indian Constitution, date of enforcement of the Indian Constitution, and the importance of 26 January. Okay, yes. You read the well, you find out the stances and learn it well. The lesson is over. Thank you.